You look at the Cavaliers, and with the top record in the East, well, there's no doubt that this is a top-caliber team.
Yeah, and this is a matchup that has not gone well for them. 0-2 on the season series. This is the last opportunity to get a little bit of redemption.
You know what, Greg? This team has an awful lot of pride, and getting swept would not sit well with them. I mean, I look for them to pull out everything, all the adjustments, all the tricks to try to prevent that from happening.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Bogut in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though. And I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about him. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words.
And here is LeBron after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. James kicks to Irving. Love against Green. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Now it's ended down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with head coach Tyronn Lue.
Well, Kevin, he said that they didn't want to take what the defense gave them tonight, saying we need to play our game. I told my guys to go right at their defenders and make plays happen. If we sit back and don't be the more aggressive team, we'll just be digging a hole for ourselves. Sounds like they have confidence in their ability to score, guys.
Thanks for filling us in there, Doris. Thank you so much. Getting their offense sorted out is the priority here, guys.
And that's what typically drives them. So no big surprise there. They'll be expending most of their energy at the offensive end.
Well, I tell you what, they better save some of that energy for D. I don't care how much you score. At some point, you got to stop some people, too.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you got to make some changes.
Thompson is doubled. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Thompson's got 12 in the game. It's been a slow start here for Cleveland. Looking for the first basket of the game. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
You know what, though? Not only did they get to the free throw line a lot, but they converted at a high clip.
Old school basketball here. Hard-nosed, fundamental, just solid old school performance right there.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. And Kerr is so good with the media because, Greg, he was a media member himself for so long. You know that as well as anybody. Clark, I don't think he ever tried his hand at broadcasting, though. I can't see him doing that, could you?
Yeah, right,
No.
right. He probably just thrown on as a broadcaster and would rarely contribute anything of note. Some guys have what it takes to call games, and Steve just doesn't quite scratch me as that kind of guy.
No. So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's been absolutely on fire from outside. They got to get into his jersey, get up into him, force him to pass or drive.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And a brief moment now to see who's atop the NBA scoring-wise. Number 1, Steph Curry.
And all you have to do is point to his name at the top of that list. Does that tell the story well enough or what? What a season.
And so here is Golden State. Barnes passes to Thompson. From the arc. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. Kyrie Irving may be the best ball handler in the league. There are a lot of guys with a good handle. He is definitely in the top 5. If not, he's got to be in the conversation.
And arguably the most talented player at his position. I mean, he can get wherever he wants to on the court. He's athletic, an unbelievable finisher as well. I think that's something that oftentimes gets underrated. Maybe the best finisher in the game.
Agreed. Here's James after the made shot from Klay Thompson. Thompson against James. J.R. Smith on the wing. 5 to shoot. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Here's Love. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Now let's see some numbers here on Steph Curry. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. He's putting up 33 points a night, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
And Draymond Green, guys, has won at every level. I mean, led Saginaw High School to 2 consecutive state championships at Michigan State, 2 trips to the Final Four, and now making noise with the Warriors. It's clear this guy's a winner.
And both free throws good for Green. And here's a little known fact, Clark. Only 3 players have recorded at least 2 triple-doubles in the NCAA tournament. They are Oscar Robertson, Magic Johnson, and Draymond Green.
That's some elite company for Draymond Green. He's a hard worker, a guy you love if he's on your team. He can be an irritant if he's not with you, but continues to improve and prove his doubters wrong.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
And they've gotten good looks, you know, so that's one reason they're frustrated. Maybe he can come up with something to get them an easy one, maybe get to the line.
Yeah, you know, that may be the answer for them. But you know what else, Greg? Ultimately, I think because they're getting good shots, they'll make a better percentage of them going forward.
Irving against Curry. To end the drought. Can't get it to go. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
Here's Mozgov after the made shot from Klay Thompson. Mozgov sets a screen for LeBron. 6 on the shot clock. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. Well, we know the Mozgov started last season with the Nuggets and then was traded to Cleveland midway through the season.
And what an impact he made on the Cleveland Cavaliers, particularly at the defensive end. His size and his activity really helped the Cavs become outstanding at the defensive end.
Second free throw, no good.
And credit to the Cavs for going out and getting Mozgov. I mean, they paid a hefty price giving up the 2 first-rounders, but thus far he's proved to be worth it.
Thompson with the bucket.
Hard to believe you could have this kind of a flow. Unbelievable.
Talk about putting up points in a hurry. He can't miss right now.
Now, here is Irving. Really played well against Sacramento in his last outing. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And the Mozgov trade, guys, for the Cavs, I think can be viewed as their big turning point in the season. He completely changed the defense of their team. He was that missing piece of the puzzle.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Barnes dishes to Thompson. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Thompson's got 27.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
James kicks to Irving. Irving double team. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving.
A moment here to see the numbers for LeBron James. Since the All-Star break, he has been superb, putting up about 24 points per, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists. He has been terrific throughout, putting up some huge numbers offensively.
Yeah, you know, you just plug him in. He's a flat-out scoring machine. When you plug him up, let him go.
Here's Irving after the made shot from Klay Thompson. In the corner, it's James. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Here is a list of the NBA's most adept passing teams this season. These are your assist leaders. The Warriors, number 1.
The beauty of watching this team is seeing the ball move around the court. It doesn't stick. That's why they're at the top of that list.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. Thompson is double. And so here's Cleveland. Thompson, a screen on Barnes. Smith kicks to Thompson. It's stolen by Green. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Beyond the arc. And another 3 for Golden State.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
16 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. LeBron up top. He's covered by Thompson. Stolen by Thompson. And pushing it up is Golden State Warriors again in transition. We're at the end of the first quarter, and what a blowout already in this one. The Warriors on top, just dominating this one. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena.